guys, how's it going? Masterbucks here, and welcome back to yet another career mode video in FIFA 20. You know what it is already. We're going to be shaking the cage once again, mixing things up and doing some crazy stuff in career mode. Now this video is a little bit of a spin-off of another video that I did a little while ago, which was what age group is the best in football, where basically we pretty much took from the ages of 16 to all the way to 35, all created a team of 16-year-olds, 17-year-old, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, blah, blah, blah. And pretty much we determined who the best age group was by putting them all in the Premier League and letting them fight out a full season. Today we're doing something along similar lines, but instead of making a team made solely out of the same age group, we're making teams out of players with the same nationality. As you can see, I have taken control of Argentina for no other reason apart from they're sort of just an okay whatever team. Chronologically or alphabetically, they were just the first team to come up, whatever. But as you can see in the Premier League, we have gone and put all of the best nations in the world of football into the Premier League. All these teams are made exclusively up, obviously, of players from each country. And we're going to sim a whole season to see who finishes where in this Premier League season. Who is the best nation, according to FIFA, in a full-length season of Premier League action. Every time international games come around, you know, like the World Cup, it's, you know, like 7 games. That's all you got to do. What is it? 3 games in the group, and then 4 games to get through to the World Cup and win the World Cup final. Like, that's it. What about in a full, proper season? 38 games. Who's on top? I'm going to very quickly, like I did in the last video, go through all the teams as quick as I can. As you can see with Argentina, we have got some of the bigger names: Messi, Icardi, Aguero, Di Maria, Dybala. They're a good side. The defense is lacking a little bit. Goalkeepers aren't super highly rated, but again, you look in the reserves, we've got everyone lined up. The absolute best from each country are in there. Also, by the way, I should mention that the 20 teams I've selected have only come through the highest overall ratings of each nation in FIFA. So there may be some teams that are pretty good that aren't in here. Like, for example, you got Sweden that aren't going to be in there. Who else are we missing? There's no Croatia, although to be fair, Croatia aren't even actually a selectable international team in FIFA 20. There's no Austria and a few other teams that are sort of okay, but yeah, no. So a few of those had to unfortunately get snubbed, but the only reason I've selected these specific teams is because they're the ones that have just the highest overall rating in FIFA 20. There's no other reason apart from that. But anyway, now we move across. We have Belgium, who have got Lukaku, De Bruyne, you know, you got Hazard, Witsel, Alderweireld, and Vertonghen, Courtois, Mertens on the bench. Great team. They certainly have a shot, as do these guys: Brazil, Neymar, Roberto Firmino, Fernandinho, Casemiro. I've pretty much just got 3 defensive mids in the midfield. I don't know how that'll work, but regardless, Alisson as well. Shout out your boy. Chile are in here, although their depth and overall quality in terms of just, you know, ratings maybe isn't as great, so they may struggle. Colombia is here: Zapata, Falcao, Rodriguez, Sanchez, Ospina, Cuadrado. Nice players in here, definitely decent, but I wouldn't expect them to be making like top 6 or anything. Denmark have a surprising amount of depth, but no real high quality overall players, only Eriksen, and that's pretty much about it. Some other good players, but no standouts. Next up, of course, we've got England in the Premier League. You know that they'd want to surely try to at least give a good account of themselves in their own damn league, so pressure's on this lot to actually win it all. But Kane's there, Sterling, some okay players, Sancho, and, you know, maybe I would have thought the starting 11 would be a little higher rated, but there's only like 1, 2, 3 or so actual pretty decent, like really, really decently rated players. Everyone else is just a bit meh, but the depth that they have is just, you see it ticks on. That might do a bit for them. But anyway, the current world champions: Mbappe, you've got Pogba, Coman, Thauvin, Lenglet, Laporte, Lloris. Of course, we're looking at France here: Umtiti, Matuidi, Martial, Griezmann, Lacazette. You know, banging players. A lot of selection. Germany's here. You got Sane, Werner, Gnabry, Goretzka, Joshua Kimmich, Kroos. Like, again, good high-rated players. You got Ter Stegen, a nice backup in Manuel Neuer. Royce is there with an 87. Müller with an 85. Like, again, good high quality. Like, in terms of actual depth, they've probably got better depth in terms of like most other nations. Italy look pretty solid as well. Decent ratings in here: Chiellini, Bonucci, Verratti, as well as Insigne, Immobile, and a few others too. Mexico, the first North American, or just, you know, central, whatever. But you got Carlos Vela there, Jimenez, Lozano, so not a bad front 3. Herrera, Cuadrado, as well as a few others, Dos Santos, and some okay players here. They're not bad. I'm probably expecting them to go bottom half of the table, but we got in Depay, De Jong, and a few other players. Wijnaldum, 90 rated, Van Dijk, as well as De Ligt. Good centre-back partnership there, that's for damn sure. and good backups too. You know, these guys are okay. Maybe they'll probably finish mid-table though. I really shouldn't be making predictions just going off how the age group sort of career mode went for us. That was completely not how I expected it to go, but who knows? Maybe it'll be different with this one. Lewandowski here for Poland. There are, again, you have got one 90+ rated player, and then everyone else is pretty bloody average, just struggling to even get into the 80s, apart from Szczesny at 86. Portugal have Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva, and then a couple of other very, very nice players. Pepe there, Cancelo. You got good players on the bench, honestly, that need to find their way in, like Fernandes, Matinho, Ferreira, Semedo, and Neves in the reserves for crying out loud. We got Russia in here with Akinfeev. We've got Golovin, Dzyuba, Smolov, as well as Mario Fernandes too. So yeah. Spain, these boys should probably be able to put up a reasonably good fight with some very nice high-rated players. Busquets, Piqué, Alba, De Gea, Kepa Arrizabalaga, David Silva, Thiago, and others too. Switzerland may be a team that could do something a little bit, but probably expect to finish bottom half of the table. I don't think there are clear relegation teams. I think there's just a few teams that are very obviously going to finish in maybe the bottom 8 or bottom 7 or 8, I would say, and then everyone else that's going to be fighting and scrapping to get as high up as they can. I think Turkey's probably going to be one of those teams that's fighting toward the bottom as well, despite, again, good players, but only like no absolute standout star players or anything, just a lot of players with a high 70, so you gotta probably not rate their chances too highly of cracking top 10. Uruguay alright, but I'd probably expect them just to finish outside of European placings with Suarez and, you know, Cavani's on the bench for crying out loud, but Godin as well as Jimenez and others, you know, nice side. Again, nothing crazy. And finally, we have the USA, and I'm going to come clean and say I'm sorry, boys, but I think if I had to pick one team to finish rock bottom of this Premier League simulation, I think it'd have to be you guys. No offense, but Pulisic is your best player, and he isn't even in the 80 rating, so it doesn't bode well, I would have thought, for you boys. But they are the teams. Those are my predictions, really. I think there are probably 5 or 6 teams that ultimately could really go on and win this thing. Probably even maybe more than that. You know, Brazil, Belgium, Argentina maybe, England maybe, France, Germany could have a shout, Spain could have a shout. There are so many teams that could really go on and get it. Portugal maybe. I don't know. Let's just get it going. I'm going to go 10 games at a time. So that's 4, that's 7, and right at the end. So we'll go all the way to the 1st of November, check in after 10 games played, and we will see. I was very surprised by the age group simulation in the Premier League last time out. I wonder how this goes, if it's a bit more to what we would expect, or if there are more surprises in store. So after 10 games in the Premier League season, this is a table that I can get around. This is, if this were to actually happen in real life, how I think it would go. The age group simulation, like I've been raving about before, I thought it was a little off. I was very surprised. This, I can get around and believe though. France and Spain currently tied on 26 points, but it's France with the better goal difference. Portugal are 3rd, Germany are 4th, Argentina, the ones we're in control of, not that it really matters, are in 5th. Italy in 6th. Everton. England have really... I think I said Everton because they were in 7th place. And I'm like, oh, of course, it must be. But no, England in 7th. Belgium in 8th. Brazil are really quite a fair way away. I thought they'd be doing better, but still early days. Denmark in 10th. Chile in 11th. Uruguay 12th. Colombia, Poland. USA in 15th. They were my team. I was betting if anyone's going to finish on the bottom, it'd be USA. Not at this stage. At the moment, it's unbelievably the Netherlands, after 10 games, haven't won a single match. That is unbelievable. Mexico are struggling a bit. Not too surprised. Russia's struggling. But what's going on with the Netherlands? I really don't know. I mean, it's not like they don't have goalkeepers. You've got Tim Krul. You've got Zoet or whatever, Silerson. I thought it was like a goalkeeper problem. They got plenty of great players in depth, and it's not happening for them. Bloody wow. I am shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. I do not know what the cause of that could possibly be. But regardless, let's go another 10 games or so. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, bang. Let's just go straight to January 1st and check on at the halfway mark of this Premier League season. So, checking in now after 20 games played, little over the halfway mark, but Spain have taken the top spot, France have fallen to 2nd, and Germany is starting to creep into the mix as well. Portugal and Italy are there, Belgium have recovered a bit, or Brazil should I say have definitely recovered a bit. England have dropped off a little further. They're still only 8 points away from top spot though, with 18 games to go. Hey, who knows? It could happen, they could rally. Argentina though, the team we're in control of, are 9th. not great. Colombia are in 10th. Chile are in 11th, Switzerland are in 12th, Denmark, Poland. The Netherlands have finally sort of got it going a little bit. They're in 15th, but still, I don't expect them to be so much better than that. Russia 16th, Uruguay 17th, and in the relegation spots, USA, Mexico, and Turkey. Can't say I'm too shocked. I'm really not. I'd have thought really some of the other teams that could have gotten relegated were like Russia or Poland are arguably a pretty average team, even with Lewandowski. So it's, yeah. I tell you, I reckon bloody Chile are punching above their weight a little bit as well. I maybe would expect them to drop off a bit, but they've got 7 wins out of 20. They're going great. Let's check in super quick with like top scorers and everything. Mbappe's running the league. Kane is as well. Neymar, Timo Werner. Bruno Iglesias is getting a fair few goals as well. Aguero. Diego Dallo. He's got 12 goals from 18 appearances. He's a right back. Is he even playing in that position? I don't know. Whoever the manager is has clearly changed his game up massively and it's worked for him. But bloody hell, Insigne 10 and 20. You got Icardi, Zielinski, Ronaldo only with 9. But to be fair, Messi's nowhere on this list. And assist-wise, the leaders are Cruz, Fekir, and Lo Celso. Ronaldo was also very close. Messi is he even bloody playing? I should know, I am in bloody control of Argentina. I've given him the armband, he's in the game. Maybe him playing at right midfield is affecting those stats a bit. Anyway, let's go again. We're going to go another 10 games, so that's 8, 9, 10, and we'll pretty much leave it here. That'll be 10 more games, and then we will take a penultimate look at the Premier League table. So, with just around about 10 games left to go in the Premier League, it is so close. And again, you got to keep in mind that there are some teams that have played 1 or 2 more games more than others. But regardless, one little look at the table just to really see everything out here. France are back on top for the meanwhile, and they've got a game less played than Spain, who are on their heels. So that's probably an advantage for France right there. Brazil, who were really not even in the top 8 after the first 10 games, have come roaring back into contention, although they played 2 more games than France have. Germany are 4th. England have come back a bit, but are still maybe a bit too far away, in my opinion, to actually go and do anything and win this Premier League. Might get Champions League, but who knows. Italy in 6th. They've bounced. They've done all right. Argentina in 7th. Belgium in 8th. And then Portugal have dropped off massively. I'm surprised about that. Switzerland in 10th. Colombia, Netherlands, Denmark, Poland, Uruguay, Russia. And that means Chile have dropped off quite a fair bit when they were doing all right to start their season. They haven't won a game ever since we started simulating again. But in the relegation spots, it's Turkey, it's USA, and that means Mexico is on the bottom. So it's a battle between the two, I forgot, CONCACAF? Is that their federation? The 2 CONCACAF nations to battle it out for who is the least shit in this Premier League. Turkey looks like it's letting, UEFA, Europe, whatever, they're definitely they're the run of that unfortunate little territory. But yeah, they're way off it. I'm pretty confident these are the 3 teams now going down. It's almost definitely confirmed. But it is now time to kick on all the way to the end of the season. We shall see who is the best nation in football according to FIFA 20 in a full Premier League season. Who is going to take it out? It looks like at the moment it could very well be the current world champions France, and that would be pretty fair and quite accurate. Spain have a chance, other nations have an outside chance. Who is going to take it? Now I figured I'd switch things up a bit. I'm actually going to go from the bottom up for this one. I do not know who ended up winning it, whether it's France, Spain, or God, maybe even someone else. I promise you I did not see. So we're going to go from the bottom to the top in descending to ascending order and see who has taken it home. But Mexico finished rock bottom. USA, to their credit, I thought they'd be the ones, but they very respectably, whatever, finished in 19th position, and Turkey finished in 18th. But yeah, they got pretty close to getting back up, but no, Chile just held on. Poland did pretty good, finishing in 13th. You'll probably take that if you're them. You've got Colombia in 12th. The Netherlands, after their horrid start, finished in 11th. Switzerland in 10th. We got Belgium in 9th, Argentina in 8th place. Italy finished 7th with 71 points. That is how you know this is going to be a ridiculously close top 6, top 7. England finished in 6th, only just managing to get some European football going there, so fair enough. We have got in 5th place Germany, in 4th place Portugal, which means I assume in 3rd place it's either Brazil. I'm expecting it to be Brazil. And indeed it is, with 77 points. Oh my god, it's so close. I have no idea. Whoever wins this is probably only just cracking over the 80 mark here. But let's find out, ladies and gentlemen, who finished in second place. Is it France? Is it Spain? The second best nation in football is Spain. And that means France, actually in the end, they get it done by a good while. 5 points ahead of Spain with 27 wins out of 28. Only 3 L's taken on the season. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The reigning World Cup winners, France, the world champions, are once again living up to their name in a full Premier League season, getting it done. Spain come close. Portugal, unfortunately, just for Germany's sake, beats Germany into the top 4 and get Champions League by only goal difference. And Brazil, after their pretty poor start, really did well to get back to where they were. I reckon if they had a slightly better go of things at the beginning, they probably would have been in contention as well. But it's France. There you go. I don't think we should be. I don't think we should be surprised. But Mbappe, after 38 games, got 35 goals and broke the record for the most goals in a Premier League season. You got Neymar Jr. with 32, Kane with 28, Ronaldo got 26, Messi, again, I don't know what's going on. I'm the manager of Argentina, so I guess I have to cop the shit for this, but I don't know how he's nowhere to be seen. Aguero got all the goals for Argentina. Iglesias, Werner, Fekir, Lewandowski, of course, he was going to get all the goals for Poland. Politano, Silva, Eriksen, Insigne, and other players as well. But Icardi got more goals than Messi in this bloody simulation. Messi isn't even anywhere to be seen in the assists either. Kroos with 16, Neymar with 15. You've got to say that's either Ronaldo or Neymar that's probably been the best player of the entire season. Maybe Mbappe as well, but he's gotten 11 assists as well as Coman and Insigne. Fekir with 12, but like I said, Kroos on top. But there we have it, France once again on top. Not just the best team in football according to real life and the World Cup, but also in FIFA 20 as well. They back France as the best in a full Premier League simulation. But if you guys can think of anything else along these lines, of course we did best age group, now we've done best nationalities, and I'm just wondering if there's anything else you guys can think of. Drop them in the comments and maybe I'll have another one of these videos, sort of something along these lines, coming out in the future. But that'll do it for me. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Until the next FIFA 20 career mode video, or just the next video in general, whatever it may be, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, and if you've made it this far and you haven't, then maybe think about subscribing as well. It would be sick if you could. Once again, have a good one. My name is Masterbucks. Catch you later. Bye-bye.